Welcome to the Your Peak Life podcast. Let's conquer the summit of life and reach the apex of our potential.
Welcome back to the Your Peak Life podcast. We have a special guest today, a recent top producer, mother extraordinaire addition to the family here at Iron Valley Real Estate. Recently went through the peak performance training, and now we're going to talk about Your Peak Life. Kerrie, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I know we had emailed you over a few just precursor questions. It's just a general conversation, so please be comfortable. Answer at your leisure. Maybe ask us some questions. That's fine. But first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in real estate, and anything else you'd like to share.
Yeah, so I'm entering my 8th year in the industry. Got my associate broker's license last year. Just selling houses.
Where are you from? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
So I grew up in New Jersey.
What part?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
So the rest of us are
Bergen
dog
County.
food for the rest of the show.
Oh, man. Well, I'm from Passaic County. I'm from Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually went to William Patterson for 2 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
We got people. That's why it's the energy, right?
it is.
I felt that jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. No.
Hold on. So, okay. From Jersey, did you come straight?
No.
To this
So I had a 3-year stint in Alaska, unrelated to anything military. And then we moved back.
Wait.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah.
rewind for a second.
Yeah, you don't get
skipped
to meet
over it
people.
like, well, I know you guys were all military, so I just have to make sure you know it had nothing to do with the military, and then not tell us why you were in Alaska for 3 years.
Correct.
Well, okay,
Thank you.
so I had been with my now husband, boyfriend at the time. We'd been together for like 2 years, and he had some family in Alaska, and he was like, "Hey, I want to move there." I was like,
Okay.
Where does that leave
Yeah, how
me?"
was that? If
He's
you're-
like, "Well, I'd really like it if you came with me." I was like, "Okay, let's go."
What?
So you just up and went to Alaska.
6 months later, we moved
Which
to
part?
Alaska.
Or what's
Anchorage.
the Anchorage?
Wow. And how was that?
Cold.
Cool.
Cold.
Just go.
What's the hours of daytime over
I mean,
there?
so in Anchorage, it's more like you still have regular hours.
Okay.
So like your shortest day is going to be about 5 hours. But the cool part is there's so much snow on the ground, and the like moon just makes it super like bright looking. So it could be 2:00 in the morning, and it still looks like it's kind of light out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Snow
okay.
threw me off. I stopped listening after that.
Snow threw me off.
Yeah.
But I mean, but you're from Patterson.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say.
I
Snow's
don't
in
live
New
there.
Jersey.
They just
I
got,
no
like,
longer live there for a reason.
Ah, so
Yeah, he
now,
doesn't even wear
so
socks
now,
anymore. Put it
Nah.
up on the camera.
Well,
Show the people.
these are no shows, Edgar. If you wore loafers, you would understand.
Can't, bro.
I-
That sweaty ass feet, that'd stink up the room.
I don't have that problem.
Onions make my
my-
feet stink.
Oh my goodness.
This is your Peak Life podcast.
Well, there's lots of mountains in Alaska too, so lots of peaks.
Nice.
All right.
It's a
See,
peak.
It's
she
a
gets it.
beautiful
man.
place.
Okay.
Did they
awesome.
pay you to live there?
Yeah. The permanent
go.
fund dividend.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
You have
you
to
get
be a
paid
resident for
$2,000.
an entire calendar year, and then they pay you.
I didn't know
What?
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's only like $2,000, right? Or am I wrong on that?
Well, like per person. So in my family, that would be like a lot of money.
So, like, if
14,000.
you brought yours,
So for me, I'd be making like 10 grand a month.
No, it's over the year.
Not worth
But it's funny because, like, you know, people at tax return time, they have like all the sales and stuff because people suddenly have money. Well, they have PFD sales.
Wow.
that'd be dope.
Yeah,
They don't
I
pay me
didn't
to live
know
in
that.
Virginia. That's
I don't
But
know. I don't know
that's a
if
good
this
segue to, you mentioned having a large family,
Yes.
and a lot of being successful and being driven is based on your why. I would imagine that's tied to the family. So tell us some more about your family.
Absolutely. So my husband and I have been together for a really, really long time. Married 12 years this year. We've got 5 kids aging from 18 months to almost 11 now.
Okay.
But yeah, they are the why. They're the reason that I do it. He's a full-time stay-at-home dad, so you know I've got that support system behind me.
Okay.
And obviously, real estate. There's so many hours that go into it. Even when you're home, you're still on your phone and you're still connected. And he never complains. It's always like, you know, whatever.
does he
That's
does he do
awesome.
training seminars for other spouses?
No. But he's, I mean, like, he literally, he never complains. Anytime I'm super stressed out, I'm like, you have to go back to work. He's like, no, I have the best life ever.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, a big part of success is having that support system and having that, you know, I would say we all in this room have that, and that allows us to kind of reach our peak life.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And it's even when I was studying for my broker's test and I was like, right, I'm here, but I can't be here. And he's like, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that time. It was a hard time for me and Edgar.
The broker's licenses?
Yes,
Yeah, that kicked y'all ass, boy.
We don't even want to
I
talk
was
about
loving every
that.
minute of
Look,
it.
that's
I'm
a
like,
dark-
they gonna learn today.
Yeah, that's a dark
It
time.
wasn't so bad. Honestly,
It was for me.
The tests for me were bad.
I said it was for me.
It was for
Did
me
you do yours
too.
online?
No, I went. No, the whole course is garbage. But we finally got on the right tools to actually study for the damn thing, and I still failed it the following time and the following time.
in the following time.
Yeah.
And then a month of being in Richmond taking exams.
We drove
No.
across the country for this exam.
Why did
Okay,
you go
Well,
all the
we
way to
took the
Richmond?
exam, we didn't pass, and then we left. I forgot where we went, but we
Delaware.
were
Maryland or
Maryland.
Delaware or something?
No,
Yeah.
but we left. There was a period
There were no
where-
tests available, so they would go to any PSI to test.
correct.
You didn't have to stay in the state to test?
No, you
No,
could be anywhere.
anywhere.
For Virginia. Yeah.
Correct. Any PSI location,
Right.
they offer.
So it's a national testing center,
Okay.
but you can test. They administer any test. It's just proctored. So
Yeah. Well, all right. Enough of that.
I mean, that's a serious commitment, though.
well,
It is.
impressive.
we
Yeah,
were
we're
on a
committed.
timeline.
Yeah.
It was like, when else are we going to do it? It's now or never. And it was now for a long time.
And then we were in the middle of
for a long time.
no, we were in the
was
middle
now
of the whole
for a long
expansion we were
time.
doing over here. So
Right.
we had to get this done.
Yeah.
It's just like there's no other time.
To continue to grow and divide workload and have multiple people able to do different jobs, it had to happen.
That makes sense.
But that kind of leads to the next question. So we know your why. We know you have a large family. But I also want to talk about if you have 5 children, ranging in those ages, I would imagine schools are different, schedules are different, extracurricular activities are different. So tell us how you're still doing 10 to 15 million in sales volume a year, but managing all of that.
I don't know.
Oh, the cat's out of the bag.
No, I mean, again, it's like plugging him again. But Steve, it's like I couldn't do it if he wasn't around because
Right.
we homeschool. It's not dropping kids off at
Wow.
school. We homeschool.
Super dad.
Okay.
Yes, he is super
I'm
dad.
a,
We should
I'm
get
a
him on the
Steve fan.
podcast.
Steve, you're in next.
Hey, shout out to Steve.
So we need. So one thing I do know is when we talked is you were trying to full blown go into like homesteading and things like that.
Yeah. So I
And-
mean, we do have some farm animals. We've got our chickens and goats and pigs and a turkey.
See, he's a full time farmer.
He's a
is what-
full-time everything.
Yeah.
So hold on. Super Steve is a farmer.
Now he has a nickname.
Yeah, Super Steve.
That's great.
Next event, he's fucked.
Yeah, he's a teacher.
We need
Yeah.
the plug at the end. This episode was dedicated.
He
Yeah.
cooks. He cleans. He's taken, ladies.
And man.
Super Steve is off the market.
Super Steve's off
Yeah.
the market.
Yeah. So no, really, like it is 100%
All right.
because of him. But we're a good team. So when it comes to the kids' lessons and stuff, normally I'm up first. They start straggling out of bed. I'm like, get your books. It's time to do some reading.
Right. So your business then is probably time blocked, I would imagine.
Yeah,
It should be,
I know.
right?
Basically, that was a no.
That was a hard no. I don't have a schedule.
Still, even after training, do we need a one-on-one?
No, so I have a planner and then I have a notebook. And my notebook has all of the things that I have to do. And then my planner has like the big things. So
So you have a
being on a
system.
podcast,
So the planner is your calendar.
essentially. But the to-do list is a separate notebook. So like I have to go
The
pick
to-do
some-
list
yeah,
isn't tied into the time blocks.
correct.
So how are you functioning then? Just because you know your routine.
No.
Well, but you do
No,
know because you
seriously.
do it.
No,
so your
so-
routine, if you know that like you get up and peel the kids out of bed and teach them for the first few hours, and then after that Is it lunch? Is it an hour of getting your work done? Is it like, what's that look like for you? You just plug it in where it fits?
I go with the flow.
Okay.
Very much go with the flow.
And your business is referral?
Yes.
So you're doing a good job taking care of your clients.
Yes. And that brings that back to energy.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
energy what?
Matters.
Yeah,
Energy
absolutely.
matters.
Energy
Yeah.
matters.
So, I mean, like, this is who my clients see. The
Yeah.
bubbly, giggly, because that's who I am.
Yeah, absolutely. So is there anything from the training that you've incorporated into how you do business?
Yes.
Well, let's talk about it because you also just won a free paid trip to a real estate conference.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited
Yeah,
for that.
so-
I'm very excited for that. No, so, I mean, I intend to, I'm trying to think of the word. So, like, pull business from different angles. I know that I can't work by referral 100% of the time for the rest of my life. There's going to be a point where I need to diversify where those leads come from, which is why I'm going to sit and watch Eric make phone calls one day.
Absolutely.
We'll do it.
But you know, the different farming things
Yep.
that were brought up in the course, I really liked those, and I think that that's going to be kind of my interim from my fear of making phone calls and then just by working by referral. But even just like the social media calendar is super helpful because sometimes you're like, I don't know what to post today,
Right.
but
Oh, there's
you
an
need to
idea,
stay
boom,
relevant. Yeah,
send it.
exactly. It's already there.
You know, it's cool now that we know about Super Steve because you're going to that conference. Because that was like my first thought. It's like, damn.
I was going to manage the family and go to the conference.
Yeah.
Now you know the
absolutely.
answer.
It's covered.
Super Steve.
And he was so supportive too. I was like, hey, so I entered this thing. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. And then I won it. He's like, that's great. I'm like, yeah. You gonna
Well,
be okay?
that's something else I was going to say too. We did that challenge, right? Out of 17 people, only 6 people actually did the challenge. You didn't just win. You won by a landslide. Like, the people that follow you or the people that you've done business with, they clearly appreciate whatever it is you're delivering. So you must be doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of love on there from a lot of people at a lot of companies. Like, there's probably angry people because people were supporting you from other places. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's cool. So that means that you're doing it right.
She was the first one to drop that video, too.
Yep. And what did I say in the class? The fastest one's gonna resonate the longest, and you did it first, and you won by a lot.
Yeah.
Because it was also based on the time of day that you did it. You know
Time
what I
of
mean?
day. And I mean, I really, really do have the best support system in my friends and people. We have no family here.
Right.
So it's all just adopted family. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, me too. They're all in here.
Yeah. Except for Edwin. He's the only one that's from here.
I'm not from here, but I'm
You've
from
been here for over
Addison.
20
We
years.
talked
man.
about
It's like you can't claim you're from Jersey anymore.
Well, so when do I get cut off?
You're done. All you guys are done.
Oh, you guys are.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Come on,
we're
man.
all-
Next
we're all-
year's year 20.
You sound like a hater.
You sound like a hater.
That's what he does. Now the
what
whole
he
world
does.
gets to see what I see on
You
a
guys
daily
didn't get to
basis.
see all the 20 jokes I got today. All day.
Yeah. We were killing them today.
because of New Jersey.
No,
No,
'cause of
they just make
everything.
fun of me all day long.
I'm
And I just
sorry.
sit there in the corner and take it.
And then whenever he goes
Yeah,
hard,
he's the
everybody else
victim.
gets
And then
emotional.
I'm still the bad guy.
But he's like the best with the petty. Well, I don't know. Eric's pretty good too.
I'm good
man.
at petty. I was actually talking to somebody the other day. I'm like centuric petty. You know, like I'm not going to hit you now. In 20 years,
It might
I'm coming
catch you.
back. and you're going to be like,
That's next level.
ooh. But it doesn't, you can't let that shit weigh on
No,
your
for me,
shoulders
it's
either.
just jokes.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's
Just the
jokes.
one-
It's jokes, but it'll be a one-liner
that's all
joke
I
that's
need,
like,
right?
this is for you. You know? 20 years later.
Just waiting for the opportune moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopping back into the Your Peak Life, I had the pleasure of meeting with you and signing you to the company. You took a few days for a decision. I didn't press you too hard, but obviously you made a decision. What was that decision based on? What's your peak life look like? What's your next 5 years? Why did you make the determination that even though you were successful already, you would come here and work with us?
Yeah, so I was telling Edgar before, I don't even know what I'm having for dinner today, let alone what I'm doing 5 years from now. But I absolutely saw opportunities for growth. The way that this company is growing, I'm going to weasel my way in there and, I'm going to help you grow. And eventually, I want to see where that takes me.
Understood.
But yeah, I did have to think about it for a few days.
Yeah,
It was a
and
big
no,
move.
well, I mean, from there and then to that point is, I know you said like you have no plans, but it's like, how long do you see yourself really doing this as far as real estate?
I mean, until I can.
I mean, until your farm supports you, until your farm supports
Real
you,
estate's her
like,
life.
So she don't have a pig, a turkey,
Yeah.
4 goats, 3 chickens, or how many chickens? 12?
We have like 50 chickens.
50
chickens is crazy.
There's 6,000 eggs.
So
sitting
if,
on my-
so if
sitting on my
eggs go
counter
up
right
at the
now.
store, we can hit y'all up.
Yeah, but you're going to pay for them.
I love it. Ain't
That
no
means
free.
she's been trained
No,
well.
Do you take
Super
that
Steve got Super Steve runs a tight ship. All right? I love
I'm
it.
going to change my
So
phone.
with your kids, what's the ages right now?
So the baby's going to be 2 in May, and my oldest is going to be 11 in April.
Oh, they're all young.
They're all little.
Man.
Yeah, but 11, you can start working on the farm.
Yeah, so she's doing real
Oh,
estate
they're
forever.
All out there
They're
doing
all
it.
out there.
Yeah.
So you have 72 years left in this industry.
72.
Yeah.
18 times 5.
Oh, yeah. Well, what if there's another one?
Oh,
Well,
We're still
100
rocking
years.
it. Still making eggs. Got it.
If
wildin'.
there's
Super
a
Steve has
number
been
6.
busy.
Yeah, he ain't messing
Where is the
around.
time?
Where is there is
I
no
want no
time.
excuses from
This
anybody
took
watching
a
this, okay?
direction. Yeah.
But I mean, but there's something to be said about managing that and managing your clientele and getting your broker's license. And I'm going to go over there and see if I can grow some more. I would say that you're reaching for your peak and you're trying to climb higher and get to that next level. What's pushing that? Is it financial freedom? Is it just taking care of clients? Is it just being surrounded by good people? What matters most to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's the people, the relationships that I'm making. If I wasn't in real estate, my best friends wouldn't know me. Like, I wouldn't know them. That just never would have happened.
So you're both from New Jersey, and you both say the same thing when I ask you the same question. 'Cause
Seriously?
he will say the very same thing because he's in business with the people that love him. Really,
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's 100% it.
I want to say, before we end, it's such a pleasure to have you at the company. I've mentioned it before to the guys, just having somebody with your experience, your knowledge, and then your willingness to share information is just right in line with what we have
That's
here.
that energy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we've all
really
said
do.
It
that.
is. It's
Kerrie,
about
you
the
are a
energy.
vibe, right? Like
Yeah, you are a
super
vibe.
dope. And then also, I saw you. I think an experience you had outside of just the office itself was like when we did the Glover U recap, right? You were there, and there was something different, and I was like, I was so glad you showed up because also let's put that out there. There's a dedication to the distance that she's traveling to just do business, right? To meet us here, like.
And she's there. She's present. She's been at everything. I look her
Yeah.
up. She's Carrie's in the house. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, but that was cool to see you there because it was like, yeah, that's different. We're trying to do something different, and I know you're trying to find that something else, but you are literally the something else. Well, we're gonna sprinkle something on
Oh,
there.
that was cute.
We're gonna sprinkle a little.
Yeah, Edgar's a
little
big
bit.
teddy bear. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah, but
We had
you
him-
definitely fit what we got going on here.
Absolutely. You added it. You added to it.
We're gonna hotspot you though.
Oh, God.
Ask any one of us any question you want to. We asked you a bunch of questions today. Ask us a question.
Right? Whoa, that wasn't on my cheat sheet.
I know it never is. This is live action.
It is. I
But
don't
any
know.
question you have of any of us or us as a group that you could think of.
I don't know. Or where do you see me in 5 years?
Is that
I can tell you where I see you in 5 weeks. For sure.
He said 5 weeks. what are you
When
brewing
is
up
that?
over there?
Hey, y'all already
That's
know.
not Michigan. That's
No.
too soon. Where am I going to be in 5 weeks?
No, I see you having a major role in this company, educating, running your own office, and kind of instilling those tools that you've learned throughout these years that's where I can see you tomorrow already when you're ready. I think you have the energy. I think you're intelligent enough. I think you did your requirement to seek that broker's license. And then I see you as a broker, you were the only broker there willing to take on some proteges. That says a lot about a person. You know, you're doing 10 or 15 mil. You're in your 8th year. However, you're still willing to take on new agents and instill those values.
Yeah.
So I would love to see you run that Newport News office and kind of make it your own.
He went a little deeper, but I was just gonna say,
He's like, I don't know about that.
nah. I honestly, full transparency, my job really at this company at this point is to hire producers and future talent. I see a broker's license. I see the sales. I see the social media following. You inquired with us. I didn't reach out to you, which means that you saw what we're doing and that aligns with your values.
Yep.
We like to recruit to the values because that usually means you're going to stick with the company. And I don't expect, Eric is going to go to California, right? So we just set up this leadership corner. And if Edwin needs to be over here 2-3 days a week, or you have to be over here, like I foresee managing broker in each location. If you're going to grow to the proper scale and keep the proper systems in place, you got to continue to build the team. So that really was my vision, to be completely honest, in initially interviewing you in the first place. I don't divulge that at meeting 1, but
Ever.
Ever.
right. But when you come here and you support the brand and you sign up for the training and you do the training and then you push that brand and then you're in here helping agents and, you're doing exactly what I thought you would do. But you're going to come to a point where you have to decide for you, is it going to be fly-by-night sales?
Right.
Or is it going to be organized sales so I can get over in this lane and manage and lead?
Right.
And that's a growth, that's a transition. It's not something that's easy. It's something that all of us are still trying to do now.
Uncomfortable.
And it will be very uncomfortable. But comfort is the enemy of achievement. So
Where'd you pull that from?
my garage, it's on the wall.
Is it really?
Piece of art from that guy. Dead ass. I think you gave it to me when we left one off. Yeah, I remember all the little dumb shit, man.
That's awesome.
When we moved out of Newtown, you told me I could keep it. I hung it in my garage gym.
Yeah.
It's right next to my Rocky
dope.
Balboa
That is
joint.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I shouldn't have told anybody that because it sounded great, right? It's like on time, but no, I actually
Broker
read
for
that
the bottom.
every.
Trademark.
Yeah, I actually read that every morning. It's next to my cheesy Rocky Balboa poster and my other one that says, what's it say? The harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's my vibe. That's what I
just figure
see.
you had like a Rolodex of
A pun.
I
One-liners.
do. You wouldn't be wrong.
Motivational.
I do. I have a ton of them. Don't wish it were easier. Wish it were better. Jim Rohn. We could go all day. We want Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, any of them. But that's a good question. I mean, that's my opinion. Do you guys have any thoughts?
I see the same thing. Just there's opportunity for you, absolutely, and then also just you're checking off all the marks in my head, and I'm like, that energy. That's what this is about. Just when you have that energy, it's just like contagious, right? Like we did that thing at that night, and it's like smile, but you have to hold a serious face while smiling. It's just contagious. You're gonna smile.
Yeah.
It's just the thing.
You guys did that at the follow up.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
sick. That's right.
I was sick, man.
It was a great- it was a
I'm
good
upset
time.
I missed
Yeah.
that, man, because it was
was
a great
good.
idea to put that together, and then I couldn't go. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
But you were there in spirit. You
That's
were
fine.
mentioned.
But so you
several
guys
times.
did the
picture was up
exercise?
on the
We
wall,
did the
too.
exercise.
Oh, a little trivia.
Yeah, we did the
That's cool.
exercise so everybody could do
Aw,
it.
that was adorable.
So you guys tried it and nobody could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty incredible. If you want to be happy, you got to get around happy people.
Yes.
You're not going to go too far in that happiness lane surrounded by negativity and bullshit and drama.
Nope. No, definitely not. But I mean, it's like the same thing when you answer the phone. And if you're smiling, people can hear your smile.
That's why they say smile and dial.
Wow.
So when's the last time you logged into?
Hey, Kerrie's
out.
getting hit.
Call
She's
out.
like, yeah.
She's smiling. She
Hey,
just ain't dying.
you brought that on yourself. But what we're gonna do is, because you want a cold call with Eric, he's got a link now, and he's just gonna send you a link, and you're gonna sign up for a time that he gives you.
A live first
A cold-
timer,
We
you
should
know,
do
Have a
crash
cold call
course.
session. We could do that.
Yeah.
I
I think that's a great idea. With
Right now?
Oh no.
Are we gonna call someone right now live?
Let's
Oh,
go
I'm
live. Let's
like,
do
yo,
it.
what?
No,
This is the
no.
Your Peak Life
We're-
podcast,
yeah.
not prospecting boot camp. It's like, that's a course.
That's a whole nother
course.
episode.
Yeah. Well, plus we don't have the scripts on the walls.
We don't need them.
Not with that.
Eric don't need them.
Don't need nothing.
He said, all I need is another body on that line.
That's it. Just gotta answer.
Are
the
you
phone.
listening?
Can you hear
Hello?
Me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Even when you hang up on me. Oh, I think we got disconnected.
Oh.
he's that
Oh,
guy.
I'm sorry. Did we get disconnected? I had bad service, sir. I'm sorry. Can you hear
but
me?
seriously, if you spend a couple hours with him, I think it'll turn it into fun for you versus thinking that it's this painstaking thing. He has fun with it. A lot of people will treat it like it's the most miserable thing on the planet. He treats it like a game.
It's a conversation. That's all it is. It all comes down to just having a conversation.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just like this. You were freaking out. We just had a conversation.
I know.
And you
I'm still freaking out.
She was looking
It's
for a
not
snuggie.
It's not
pillow hug.
There.
Well, either way, we really appreciate you coming in. You've been a great addition to the company, and you got the answer to your question. If that brings about any new aspirations or inspirations, please inquire.
I know. I'm gonna have to sign up for that one-on-one. What did you mean?
But aside from that, everybody please give us a like, a follow, click the link in the comments, and meet us here next week.
All
Same
right.
time, same place.